Trading vehicles. There are 6 major groups of trading vehicles: stocks, ETFs, options, CFDs, illegal in the US but popular in many countries, including Singapore, futures, and Forex. A very good place for a beginner to start is in stocks. Why? There's a fantastic choice there. You have thousands of trading vehicles. You can get stocks in different industries, technologies, everything. You can very easily calibrate what you trade, how much risk or how little risk you're willing to take. And stocks trade pretty much from 9:30 to 4, so that when they close, you have time to think. It's the most peaceful trading vehicle. Now, if you start trading a penny stock, that's a different story, because the penny stock goes up 5 cents, you're up 7%. It goes down 5 cents. But with stocks, I would say try to avoid single digits, especially low single digit stocks, and avoid thin stocks. I don't like stocks that trade less than 1 million shares a day. Below 500,000 shares a day, I will not touch them. So big stocks that you can easily come in and easily come out. ETFs. I'm hugely suspicious of ETFs. Why? There are so many crooked, bad ETFs, many more than good ETFs. For example, you know that volatility is very important, right? Market volatility, and at the bottom you have the volatility index, VIX. From 2010 until today, VIX traded as high as $45 and as low as $11. So fear is high. Shakespeare, when VIX is high, it's safe to buy. When VIX is low, go slow. So high VIX, high fear, that happens at bottoms. Low VIX is everybody's happy, things are dangerous. Where is VIX now at the right edge? Chart updated through. Yeah, it's very low. Now, you want to make money trading VIX? Look how orderly VIX moves. Upper channel line, below value. Upper channel line, below value. Upper channel. I mean, this is a wonderfully, logically, clearly moving vehicle. Why don't we trade it? Well, you cannot trade the VIX, but you can trade TZA, which is a VIX ETF. And the VIX ETF, during the exactly same period of time that VIX oscillated between $45 and $11, TZA went from, hold on to your chairs, $800 down to $14. What's wrong with this picture? You know, this is crooked. this is just bad. Commodity ETFs. I stopped trading them. I traded them. There was a short period of time when I decided to give a spin to commodity ETFs. I remember I had gold and crude oil. Gold went up, crude oil went down, and ETFs did the opposite thing. Avoid leveraged ETFs like the plague. Leveraged ETFs like double, triple ETFs are good for one purpose and one purpose only, for day trading. They track the underlying security in the course of the day, but they are completely off the rails. As you can see, TZA example, they're completely off the rails. So if you like ETFs, I want to alert you that you're looking at no friend of ETFs here. Once in a blue moon, if I have a very strong opinion about the market, I will trade spiders or QQQs. You know, big, huge index ETFs, no leverage, nothing. Just I'll take a position in the broad stock market for those things. That's all. Okay. Options. Long time ago, this woman came for some private consulting. She was a market maker on the floor of the American Exchange. She says to me, options are a hope game. You can buy hope or you can sell hope. I'm a professional. I come to the floor in the morning and I figure out what the public hopes for. And then I price that hope and I sell it to them. In all my years of teaching, of encountering thousands of traders worldwide, I never once in my life, never met anyone who built an account buying options. Everybody has a good story, myself included. Bought an option at 5/8, it went to 17 next morning in a market crash. I was smart, I was holding for more, sold it at 6. But the point is, even 5/8 to 6 is a lot of money. But the point is that every option trader will have a happy story like this. But in the long run, nobody makes money buying options. You're buying a wasting asset. And again, from personal experience, among thousands of traders whom I met, whom I challenged to tell me that they built up their account buying options, I never had one. Flip the page. Have several friends who are grinding good money out of the market year after year after year, writing options. If you're going to do anything with options, you've got to write them. You've got to sell hope. But it requires substantial capital. It requires certain mathematical ability. It requires discipline. Never confuse an option for a stock. Somebody with a tiny account who cannot afford to buy 1,000 shares of Microsoft decides, oh, he's going to buy 10 call options on Microsoft. Well, options and stocks move differently. With a stock, if you're right on the direction and you have the holding ability, you will eventually come out all right. With an option, you can be right on the stock, right on the direction, and lose money because the option will expire before. So stay away. CFDs, contracts for difference. In CFDs, a company sells you a contract based on a market, but they determine the pricing of that contract. So you're playing against a team that has the right, the full legal right, to move the goalposts while the game is going on. Have a nice day. They're illegal in the US, and they should be, and they're legal in most English-speaking countries, as well as in places like Singapore, which should know better. Futures, a deadly market for beginners with negligible survival rates and a wonderful market for the pros. There is nothing wrong with futures. There is everything wrong with futures traders. Futures require absolutely ironclad risk management. If you have one question about risk management or your ability to follow that plan, stay away from futures. Futures are for people who've got risk management down cold. Wake them up in the middle of the night and they know what they're doing. So futures are very tradable. I love trading futures, but be very careful. And finally, Forex, the wonderful world of Forex. I have this folder in my PageMaker. I call it free cheese. There is a wonderful Russian saying, the only free thing in the world is cheese in the mousetrap. How about this? Forex robot, 500 to 2,000% monthly on managed accounts. I am modest, I'll settle for 500% monthly. How much will I have by the end of the year, and where do I send the money? Here's an ad from Russia. It says income 71% every hour, commission 0, beginning capital $80. Free cheese. And here's an ad from Germany where this guy says he is making 9,000 euros per month, easy. The level of BS that flows is just unbelievable. What's the problem with Forex? When you buy or sell IWM or Tesla or Amazon or something like that, your broker does not care whether you make or lose money. And it's a wonderful thing. Your broker is performing a service on your behalf, collecting a prearranged fee, and that's the end of the game. If you want to buy, let's say, yen dollar or euro New Zealand dollar, gets exotic. Let's say you want to buy euro New Zealand dollar. your broker will sell it to you. You want to sell short Euro New Zealand dollar, your broker will take the opposite side from your transaction again. So basically, the trade you place with the Forex house most of the time doesn't go anywhere. The Forex house is at the opposite end of your trade. They're bigger than you, they have more money than you, they set the rules, and that's why playing Forex is such a deadly game. If you make money, they lose. If you lose money, they gain. Right? Your broker is your enemy. Why? Why would you go into a situation where your broker is your enemy? Why? I trade Forex, but when I do, I only trade Forex futures. Like for example here, we go to the weekly chart before I make any decision. ECZ14, December Euro futures. So the dollar is rising, the euro is falling. At the right edge, the euro is down, broke down to a new low last week. The impulse system is red. If it trades above, if it holds above 122.33, basically within half a cent range, it will go blue. Prices at a crazy oversold level near the lower channel line. We go to the daily chart. The impulse system is red. The euro broke through support on Wednesday. And nothing. Holding up. It won't take very much for it to reverse, leave behind false downside breakout. I mean, this becomes a very tradable thing, can become a very tradable thing. But my point is, I'm not going to trade it using Forex contracts with the Forex house. I'll do it with futures in Chicago, clean.